So, what a terrible day on the stock market today again. This really doesn't make sense. I mean, Canada and not Canada, sorry. When US and Mexico agreed to a NAFTA trade or a different version of NAFTA trade, stock market went up. And on the same day, they the market knew that Canada was missing for this trade, and they still hadn't negotiated with with the states yet. Yet the stock market went up 100 points, and now today, just because they still haven't agreed to something, stock market goes down 100 points. So it's weird that the same news that was available a few days ago did not have an impact on the stock market, but today happens to have an impact on the stock market. I just wonder if on the same day good news happens and bad news happens, does the stock market just cancel itself out, or how does it work exactly? I find that the market moves and there's no way of controlling it, no way of knowing why, but they try their best to justify it or explain it with current events. Because what happened today is nothing new. We knew about it 2 or 3 days ago. Regardless, this fluctuation is just an opportunity for some to get into the market. But for those who already bought something, it sucks, of course, like myself. As you can see, my TFSA is down. I'm at 6,600. I was at 7,000 in my TFSA. And my RSP, I'm at 8,400. I was at some point at 9,200. So now I'm at 8,400. And let's look at my biggest losers. So my biggest losers is Ford options that I bought at $1.50, trading at 85 cents right now. So I am down 43% with these Ford options, $260. I've got a loss of $260. So it's mostly because of those Ford options. And I got Ford stock that I bought at 10. Today, Ford closed at 9.47, giving me a 5% loss, which is okay, but $61 loss. I've got L brands, of course, the famous L brands that I bought at 31.35, down 15% from my purchase price, and I lost $157. I didn't sell yet, so I didn't really lose, but it's creating a loss in my portfolio. Got Vodafone that I bought at 22.87, and that one dropped hard today, also almost 3%. So now I'm down 5% on Vodafone, so $113. So Ford, L brands, and Vodafone are my top losers in my RSP. They're the reasons why I'm down so much. So WestJet is up 2%. That's good. And American Airlines is up 9.41%. So it's close to selling time. I think I have an order at 41.5. Yeah, 41.5. So I'll just leave it at that. And the rest, all I could do is wait. I hope to save some money and transfer it to Questrade so I can buy something else while the stock market is down. But I also want to contribute to my son's RESP, so I have to wait and see if I have enough to do both. I might even end up opening an RESP with Questrade, and I'll probably do another video explaining the advantages of a registered education savings plan. All right, so if we go to my TFSA, my biggest losers in my TFSA is once again, Ford down $151 on the stock that I bought at 10.95, down 13%, and the options are down 15%, the ones I bought at a dollar, closing at 85 cents. I might buy some more options, even though it's risky and I shouldn't repeat my mistake, but last time they dropped to 75, I didn't buy, and they went all the way up to 1.10. So I could have made easily 30% or more in less than a week by buying options if the market is playing games again and just going down one day, going up the other day. So that would be perfect. But still thinking about it. Starbucks is up for me almost 5%. AT&T is down a little bit, and Bank of New York Mellon is up 3%. So I guess my biggest losers are Ford options, and L brands, and Vodafone a little bit. But I just bought Vodafone. Looks like I'm gonna have to hold it for a year and maybe collect that dividend after all. On the investor's edge side, I was almost at some point I was at 17,500. Now I'm at 16,681. So I'm down almost $900 here and down. So I'm easily down 1,500 with all this stock market fluctuation. Let's look at my RESP and investor's edge. So I've got Bank of Nova Scotia. So I've got Bank of Nova Scotia that I bought at 76. It went all the way up to 78 this week, and now today it dropped to 75 and a half. If it continues to drop, for sure, I'm buying more of Bank of Nova Scotia. Great stock, great price. I think it's the only big bank in Canada right now that's at a low point. So I definitely buy some more Bank of Nova Scotia shares. They're paying more than 4% dividends per year. Enbridge is a real disappointment. It's paying good dividends, but I've had it almost a year now. It was up almost 48 and I don't know why today it dropped to 44. So I have to hold on to it, collecting dividends while I'm waiting. If you look at my TFSA on the Canadian side, so Cenovus Energy 12.10, I bought at 15 a long time ago, more than a year. I think when it reaches 15, I'm just gonna get out and sell. Enbridge, same thing here, 44. I bought around 45, 46, I believe, but I want to sell at around 50. And while I'm waiting, I'm collecting dividends. Hudson Bay that I bought at 13 and a half. It's been over a year. I have to hold on to it because I don't want to sell at a loss. So first report here, Vodafone closes. So first report here, Vodafone closes Idea seller merger in India, creating largest wireless operator. Shares undervalued. So Vodafone is successfully transitioning from one of the world's largest wireless-only telecom firms to a diversified operator offering converged mobile and fixed line services in many markets. I didn't understand anything, but it looks like good news. We think this is an important transition as Europe is rapidly moving into a converged world. So that's good, I guess. It's undervalued. That means it's a great buy opportunity. Fair value estimate is 32. Right now it's trading at 21. And this report came out today, so that's perfect. That's good news for me. Let's look at this one here, August 30th. Fair value 29. So the most recent report gives it a 31 fair value. So I'm happy even at 27. At 27, I'm selling the stock. CFRA gives it a buy rating recommendation with a 12-month target price of 31. So whatever it's doing in the short term right now doesn't matter. I'll just ignore, but all signs look good. Vodafone is one of the biggest telecom companies in the world. Internationally, it's mostly international than Canada and the States, of course, but it's everywhere else in the world. Financials. So yearly, yeah, revenue is steady and even dropping a little bit. So that's probably why the stock price dropped. But it's making 46 billion in revenue average per year, and their profit, they lost money in 2016, 2017, but in 2017 they started to make money again. So they're probably going through some restructuring or some purchases or some mergers, but eventually the stock price is going to go back up. I don't even want to look at L brands. Wow, 9% yield. Amazing. I should definitely buy some more. I just hope they do pay their dividends though. They might drop their dividends. Actually, let's look that up. So looks like they're paying 60 cents if you've owned LB shares before August 24th. You'll get a payment on September 7th of 60 cents per share. How many shares do I own? 32. So that's nice, close to $20 minus the 15% withholding tax. So it's going to be around $25. So yeah, let's just hope that they continue to pay after that. So Morningstar is giving it a fair value of 38. So that's good. And CFRA gives it a hold recommendation with a 12-month target price of 31, and that's the price that I bought it at. So let's see what happens. Gonna continue to hold on to it. Financials. For those who haven't bought L brands, it could be a good buying opportunity right now. 9% yield, 52-week low with potential to go back up and make a decent capital gain. So revenue is steady around 12 billion, and net income is decreasing. Last 4 quarters, revenue is was steady except for March ending quarter, probably because of December. And then net income, yeah, net income is a little bit all over the place. They're still profitable, I guess 48 million. So 48 million profit last quarter, but last year their net income was almost $1 billion profit. So that's not bad. That's not a company that's disappearing or going anywhere, even though it's not the right trend, but they have enough profit to reposition themselves. Thinking of buying CI Financial Corp. What's the 52-week low? 20.79. So it's at a new 52-week low. 52-week high is 30, 3% yield, 5 billion market cap. Let's look at reports. So Morningstar gives it a $25 fair value almost. TFRA gives it a hold recommendation. So revenue is growing steadily. 2017 they were at 2 billion net revenue, and their profit was half a billion, so not bad. So I'm just looking at my watch list on my phone here. Applied Material, Applied Materials looks like a good one. Vodafone, of course, Alibaba, Power Financial Corporation looks good. General Motors looks good. Barclays looks interesting, 9.36. Let's look it up. So it's at a 52-week low, 40 billion market cap. Obviously, one of the biggest banks in Europe. 3% yield. Probably need to make sure if it's paid every 3 months or yearly. Let's look at reports. No report. Let's look at financials. So no total revenue, but net interest income. So I guess let's just go to profit right away. Net income, yeah, that's all over the place. They lost money last year. How could a bank lose money? That's just terrible. Discontinued operations, extraordinary item. So Bank of Nova Scotia, of course, I recommend, and Ford. I'm always going to recommend Ford right now. 6% yield, 37 market cap. Let's look at reports. It's all because of that the new strategy that the new CEO wants to implement. So Morningstar gives it a 12.74 fair value. That's comforting. So why don't you get the 12.74? All right, CFRA gives it a hold recommendation and a 12-month target price of 11. So it's not bad. I mean, if it goes to 11, I'm good. I'm safe. I'll make good money or good returns. So definitely these are some stocks to consider in September for sure. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below, or you can also message me directly on my website. Also, if you're going to open an account with Questrade, use my referral code below the video so you can get between $25 and $250 depending on your initial deposit. Thanks for watching.